Go away! Go away! Go away! I'm the king!
Welcome to MojoPlays, and even after spending hundreds of hours scouring the world of Red Dead Redemption 2, there's still many secrets and hidden areas that you very easily could have overlooked.
I study dinosaurs. You know, big lizards.
Are they real?
Of course they're real, you nincompoop. And everywhere.
Everywhere?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. A stuffed gorilla.
Come meet the world you helped build.
This is quite something.
If you were diligent enough in finding every side quest and stranger mission, you likely crossed paths with the game's resident taxidermist, Mrs. L. Hobbs. She'll send you on quests to collect perfect carcasses and even has a mini museum in her home. However, it seems one of her biggest and best projects got lost during delivery. Near West Elizabeth's Big Valley, at the bottom of a ravine, you can find a large crate with an enormous stuffed gorilla inside. It's likely the carriage transporting the gorilla got in some kind of wreck and the gorilla tumbled off the nearby bridge, still waiting to be delivered to the eccentric Mrs. Hobbs.
Yeah. I don't quite know what to say.
Oh, I often get that reaction.
I'm sure.
The king of the forest.
Howdy.
I thought I told you to go away.
You did.
But you haven't.
Why would I listen to you?
Many of the most interesting characters and interactions within Red Dead 2 don't even show up on your map, which also makes it all too easy to miss them completely. One such case is the self-proclaimed King of the Forest. Found in the northernmost point of the map, the King of the Forest has crafted himself quite the little homestead amongst the trees, and isn't too interested in trespassers. He'll belittle Arthur and wax lyrical about the pressures of society and how his way of life is far superior, and honestly, looking at his setup, it's hard to argue he doesn't have it better than surviving in the dangerous world of the Wild West. Reject modernity, return to monkey.
Why are you so angry? You don't even have the pressures of monarchy. What exactly is your problem?
Moonshine Distillery.
Not so fast. Basement. I want to see what you got cooking down there.
That ain't nothing. Just a little batch of white lightning to warm the old bones.
Every town you encounter in Red Dead 2 ends up being more than it seems, and Strawberry is no different. Underneath the town's quaint, homey aesthetic, there are a myriad of secrets to uncover for dedicated players who know where to look. Just like in most of the other towns, the general store is much more than it seems. By doing some quick recon around the store before robbing it, the player will be prompted to look through the basement window and find the owner is running a pretty sophisticated distillery out of their humble little shop. If you choose to rob the store after this discovery, you can coerce the shop owner to take you downstairs and not only get a look at the full operation, but also double your robbery profits.
You don't need to take it all.
The real first flight. The Wright brothers didn't make their historic first flight until 1903, but according to Red Dead 2, someone almost beat them to it 5 years earlier. Almost. Heading east from Little Creek River, players can find the wreckage of what appears to be a homemade aircraft. The pilot seemingly attempted to launch the plane off a nearby cliff, but clearly there were some technical issues to work out beforehand. This is reminiscent of the Daedalus and Sons Stranger mission in Red Dead 1, although quite a bit more complex, even though they both ended up with the same result.
You're gonna try to use that crazy thing to fly?
I'll be soaring like an eagle, or my name's not Charles Kinnear.
Arthur will even comment on the similarities between the pilot and Icarus flying too close to the sun.
Into the wild blue yonder, Marston.
Oh dear.
A woolly mammoth.
The Elizabethan megasaur.
That's quite a monster.
Oh, it'll change everything. It's incredible.
Dinosaur bones aren't the only prehistoric find that Arthur can track down in Red Dead Redemption 2. And just like the dino bones, this one doesn't have a marker to show its location either. While there are 30 different dinosaur bones to uncover throughout the game, there's one set of fossils hidden in the northern area of Ambarino that is just as interesting. Hidden away in its natural climate, the player can find the remains of a woolly mammoth sticking out of the snow. Unfortunately, these bones can't be returned to Miss Deborah McGinnis, but Arthur will make a quick sketch for his journal, and you can snag a snapshot for your scrapbook, or else no one will ever believe you.
And we'll be proving a lot of stuck-up buffoons very, very wrong. Which, trust me, is the very best thing about science.
Mountain sculpture. We've all been infatuated with a loved one before and made grand gestures declaring our love, but this one takes it to a whole new level. In the mountains near Amberino, the player can find a massive face being carved into the side of a mountain. Upon inspecting the body of the artist, you can find a letter as well as sketches of the planned sculpture that is apparently of his lost love who left him for another artist, most likely Charles Chattanay. The man was carving a literal monument to his love, and she still left him. Poor guy. The pirate ship. The animals of Red Dead 2 are just as deadly as its human inhabitants, but none are more lethal than the alligators, especially around the Saint Denis area. However, it's within these waters that you can find some of the coolest secrets, if you're brave enough to enter the waters to find it. First, we can find the remains of a pirate attempting to bury his treasure underneath a bridge before he was unfortunately killed by a gator. Off the coast of Clemens Point, you can cross on horseback and find a crashed pirate ship, likely the same pirate who was attempting to bury his treasure, as we can also find a makeshift campsite beside the ship. Exploring inside, we can find a pirate hat, which is also one of the rarest hats within the game. The Hobbit Hole. Red Dead Redemption 2 is chock full of nods and Easter eggs referencing pop culture, but you wouldn't expect to find one from Middle-earth making its way west. Exploring south of Donner Falls, players might happen upon the happy little hillside home tucked away on a mountainside. For anyone unfamiliar, the devs are clearly fans of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings series, as this is a near-perfect recreation of a traditional hobbit hole. It's too bad you can't explore inside, or at the very least have a quick conversation with the resident. Another point of interest nearby, players can find Arthur's final resting place on the mountaintop overlooking the valley. Couldn't have picked a more beautiful spot. The Smuggler's Tunnel. Saint Denis is one of the largest and most detailed locations in the entire game, so it's highly likely many of its most well-guarded secrets have remained hidden. Until now. Underneath the Cornwall Freight Yard, players will find a set of doors that once opened lead into a large and intricate tunnel that snakes its way underneath the city. Although it appears to no longer be in use, tunnels like these were actually quite common, especially amongst smugglers, traffickers, and eventually bootleggers to avoid the law or the prying eyes of the locals. Plus, since it's not being used by any local criminal element, Arthur can surely find all manner of uses for this hidden location. The law might not know about your deeds in the tunnel, but your honor ranking certainly will.
I happen to be white, as coincidence would have it, and am thereby capable of higher thought. That's not the matter at hand.
The Strange Man's Portrait. This one is admittedly fairly well known today, but it was overlooked for quite some time and is honestly just too cool to leave off the list. The Strange Man is one of the most mysterious figures in Red Dead 1, so players naturally assumed he'd show up in the prequel.
John Marston. Do I know you? I hope so. I seem to know you.
Located inside a dilapidated cabin near Caliga Hall, players will find all kinds of mysterious documents referencing everything from a curse on the town of Armadillo to events that have yet to occur in Red Dead 1. The most interesting item, however, is a painting that will become more detailed as the player continues to visit the home until eventually the portrait is revealed to be the Strange Man from Red Dead 1. Even more horrifying, if players rotate the camera while looking at the painting, the Strange Man will appear in the mirror behind them.
Damn you! Yes, many have.
What was the most surprising location you found in your travels through Red Dead Redemption 2? Share your discoveries in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.